Why I want to choose the topic a rainbow of a world, of life, because when I was a sophomore in the University of Xiamen University, National Amon University, a professor of mine and wrote of my memorable book says, "The life is like a morning dew, but academy lasts forever." This gave me inspiration for my life of devotion of academy. So this was the beginning of my philosophy and my life. I was born September 15 in China lunar calendar, means August 27th. What day was what? Like Confucius was born. Oh, you say you are like a Confucius. So this is the thing I am kind of thing. So this is why I have a good image. I keep it. I don't know. I keep it to learn, to argument, negotiation, not fighting for quarrels, for reasoning. That's good my style, yes. When I was 4 years old, my father was a teacher. He has two classmates. One is a communist. Another one is a follower of a communist, Yang, Zhang Xinyao, Zhang Yang Chengwu. Three classmates are smart person in the world in that time. So my father is a teacher, but he teaches very well. And this communist, he said, "No, you should join me, communist." My father said, "I am a scholar. I cannot burn someone's house. I cannot be a robber. How can the scholar to as a robber?" So he doesn't follow. He said, "No, you are not my comrade. You must be my enemy." So they want to burn my house, divide my land. So my father and the whole family escaped from native to the central Fujian province. So I didn't go to school, and my father did not teach anymore. But my father teach me alone. I'm only student over him, so he has no school, but he teach me. I have no school, but I am get the best education. In that time, I have an idea. Why? When I was young, my ancestors were chased by Xiongnu, by Mongols. I want to see where the Xiongnu come from, where the animal Mongol come from. I want to see outside, so I devote myself for the world. When I get my graduation from high school, I passed the examination to university, National Amon University, National Xiamen University. I choose the political science as a major because why? I want to devote myself for the people, not only for myself, for the devote my people. That's like political science. I suppose 1945 until 1949 graduation, but I didn't get graduation in the summertime, in the spring, because 1 year semester later. But that time, the Civil War development from mainland China to the island of Xiamen, Amon. So I escaped from Amon to Taiwan. I lost my school, so I'm a refugee student. Why I did that? Because I know communism cannot adapt, so I escaped that. After Taiwan University, how to get a job? Political science, difficult job. That's 1950, and Korean War broken out. So MacArthur helped Taiwan against communism, sent American advisor to Taiwan to help. But the Chinese soldiers doesn't know English. American advisor cannot speak Chinese. How can they communicate? Duck and chicken cannot communicate. Need a person can be don't know duck language and the chicken language. Because this is called interpreter. They want interpreters to be so they need to hire 60 and the interpreters. So I serve an interpreter for American advisors. That's a good salary. So I think, I'm not for the money, I just for my future. So I said, save this money, I should go back outside to study. So I get scholarship at University of Washington. So I came to Seattle, study University of Washington, political science, search my master's degree. Then I studied my PhD in the UCLA. I want to study political science, but I want foreign policy. But the UCLA said my political science should purely of political science. We don't specialize in foreign policy. If you want to study Chinese foreign policy, you better go to the American University of Washington, D.C. because the program director of American University, Lord Lindsay, he's a British law. He served for advisor for China in Yan'an for 4 years. He's an expert of China for about. So I transferred to the American University, get a scholarship called Ford Foundation as an assistant to the Law Lindsay to specialize in international relations. 1966, I got my PhD from there. Because when I came to the United States, my Chinese classmates always, you are young, over 20s, how can you study political science? Americans cannot get a job. And why you study engineer or mathematics, accounting? I'm not interested, but you cannot get a job. I do that. Okay, I say, I'm foreigner, English not so good, political science not good. No, I want to have a better and better and best. So I get straight A, American University graduation. So I get a telephone call from the Ball State University, political science chairman, Dr. Grunwald. We want to invite you to interview to get a job to teach at my university. So I flew from Washington, D.C. to Muncie, Indiana, interview with the chairman and the deans and the provost. Okay, they want to ask me to say, I'm scared to do that. Also, I make a sentence, simple sentence. He asked me one answer, how much, everything, yes or no, okay. Finally, interview one day over, he said, you return to Washington, D.C. So university decide for 10 days, hire you or not. And you also had 10 days to think you accept or not. So go back to Washington, D.C. So, however, that time, you still 30 minutes to go to the airport. Let's drink coffee first, coffee rooms. A professor says, in that time, we should, the United States should reconnaissance China. I said, no. So they argue for 30 minutes. Finally, I said, no, what reason? Finally, we go to the airport, go back to Washington, D.C. Next morning, I got a telephone call from chairman political science about you are hired, hire you as a professor. How come? No, 10 days overnight. Oh, finally I realized, last night's debate about your concern, he thinks Dr. Chang can speak English, can express himself, so he can be a teacher. So this is why I was hired as a professor, political science of Boston University, so until today.
Oh, how did I meet you?
I met in the Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, a dancing party by the Taiwan University student graduate. We get a dancing party, and we enjoy the dancing party. All the dancing party almost over. Last person come is a great Chang. A girl, you come late, you dance. Oh no, I was impressed of her. His smiling face. It's $1 million smiling. Oh, I said, this girl's a smiling face. And what's your name? He said, my name is Chang. Okay, Chang means the goddess of moon. Okay, so that is December 31st. I say, because that's vacation until January 3rd, I go to office. They said, well, where do you work? He said, I work as a cook in the city court. Okay, and I will see you in the January 3rd. So, in the January 3rd, I call her office. That time, her office, this is the accounting office. Only chief of the accounting has a telephone. I said, do you have a Jingle They said, no, we don't have such a person, Jingle Terrible. I said, this girl just tell me the wrong name, okay? Jingle That time, he said, wait, we don't have this person. Finally, I said, this need a wisdom. Cheating? No, not that person. Okay, I said, do you have a Miss Jing? Last name? Yes, we have a Miss Jing. And I call her to come. She's smiling. She said, you are laughing. You call my sister. She's 10 years old. Because why? Her sister name Jingle she's Jingle Chang. Chang means the goddess of moon, but one word different in China, different person. Okay, so the chief okay, hard time for me, the no such person, but finally I got her. This is relevant. She laughed at that. Okay, that is this is the wisdom. Is if I forgot, I didn't know how to do it. I can find out. Do you have messaging? Yes. Find out her. That's her. Okay. I say, well, come see you about 5 minutes. Okay, her office is next door of my office. My office was in the presidential building, again next door. Okay, and I can to see her. So as you understand, to see somebody needs some give a gift. I give a candy from cafeteria. Okay, spending $2 to buy peanuts. The peanuts, okay, with the ball. Peanuts that time in China, Taiwan, that's very underdeveloped, okay, very poor. Is how to wrap the peanuts. Use the newspaper, the peanuts, okay, or wrap it, $2. You see her, and she give, and when she hold it, all the peanuts fall down, all the papers, okay, all the floor the peanuts. So this again laugh, okay, finally, laugh it. He said she doesn't want it because all the people stepped on the peanuts, okay, very funny. In the courthouse, okay, that's it.
Yeah. So what were your first impressions of him other than the peanuts? What'd you think of him? He's a pretty nice looking guy, or?
No, I didn't think so. He couldn't dance at all that day, but he thinks that he can dance, but I think that he danced terrible.
So I invited her to go to movie. Go to movie 3 days later, and she is always yes. I said my invitation movie, but she always a protection. Use her younger sister with her accompany. So we got in the cafeteria. $2 at the noodle, pure noodle. Okay, nothing else. $2. She had $2, and her sister $2, three for $2. Okay, and I ate that. She ate that, but her sister didn't eat it all. How to handle this? Her cup. Her noodle, she didn't eat that. How to handle it? Throw away? No, I eat that. No, wait. How funny is it? She ate that. I don't. Never this kind of person. Eat the younger sister's noodle. Okay, I will see the movie. When I come back and I talk to her, and the mother was not impressed of me. She laughed at me. I'm kind of person want to save money, save noodles finally.
My mother thought he's very good. He saved the money, every penny, and he invited me the cheapest dinner.
No, I want their money.
But you didn't think that was good at the time.
Yes.
Finally, I talked to her mother. Oh, I said I want to go to United States study, and in the May 5th, until come back 3 years later, until she waiting for me. What? Waiting for you? Waiting for 3 years? What you doing? Waiting for you? I don't know what I'm waiting for you. How to prove it? How to prove it? How to prove it can waiting for you? How the engagement? Oh, her mother, yeah, that's a good idea. So that means we get engagement. We get engagement March 17th. So we know each other in December 1st and meet together in January 3rd. Then we get engagement and the March 17th. So 17th, General Mrs. Lai is our witness, okay?
He wrote me a letter every day, but I didn't read it. My mother reads.
Okay, she read them to you, or?
No, she read it herself. She enjoyed.
Neighbors enjoyed reading it.
Right, so you never got to read.
Neighbors enjoy to read it.
Yes, and she reads it with the neighbor lady.
And so then I told her and to come to United States to get married with me. And when I got a master's degree, then get the engagement and she came to United States in October 30th, of the 25th to 29th until September 25th and the 30th.
Oh, so my mother said, hey, now is the time for you to go away. You know, and we Chinese like kids go away as far as they can so they can be independent.
1959, then we get engaged, getting a wedding in this court license in October 1st, okay? So like a married and wife. What? Let's marry, so simple. So no, let's marry. No, it's too simple. Suddenly, we hold a Chinese wedding ceremony October 11th in Chinatown, a Chinese family temple. And then we ever invited all my friends, teachers, professors of University College, UCLA, and my friends and China community, and Consul General as a witness. So we get over 100 guests to invite all them to get. That's a very ceremony. That's the wedding, okay? So this is why engagement. Oh, this is a good place to live. This is what I first feeling is like hometown. There's a river, the valleys, beautiful, it's not too big problem, like a hometown native I was born. So like my home feeling, that's the most important. Also, these the people very nice, take care of each other, very courteous, so this is why. Also, this is very good education, very important. In here at the Boise, I help the Boise University develop an international program, set up an international study association. Academically, I joined International Political Science Association. Why? Because I was invited to make a speech at the International Political Science Association in Munich, 1970. I'm the first Chinese professor was invited to present paper. When I went there, I said, International Political Science Association, the World Organization. How can I talk about the Europeans, Americans? They talk about China, Asia. Asia is one part of the whole world. You must. That's not limited. That much. So in 1976, I proposed, and this International Studies Association should include Asian studies. I invited 24 scholars join me co-sign. I proposed was passed by the World Congress of International Political Science Association in Edinburgh. So this became, I'm founder of Asian Studies Program and International Political Science Association. For International Political Science Association, award outstanding scholars, sponsor the young scholar to attend a conference travel grant, and help publish books, and hold the International Political Science Association regional conferences. Okay, drinking tea, yes. Drink green tea to prevent cancer. And how about drink coffee? I don't drink coffee. I never smoke. I eat meat. I don't gambling. When I get tired, sick, I sleep. Sleep because I recover. So my father said, you are natural physician. So this is why I'm a star. I keep good health. In fact, someone, they always go American dream, Chinese dream. I'm not dream. I'm a doctor to the plan. I make a plan, not a dream. Dream means you never think about. I think by myself. I'm a plan, carry out my plan. So that's why, not dream. Someone, oh, never real. I have a plan already. So carry out my plan, yes.
My father always told us one of our family motto is perseverance, stick-to-itiveness, never give up. And he, as someone coming from a poor part of China, coming from a small village, he's always been an underdog. His father did not own property, did not have wealth, did not have political connections, so everything was done on merit. We all have to adapt those things to our own circumstances, and I think as I got older and smarter about doing things, I took what I learned from him and adapted to my needs, and still, I think, maintain the integrity of those values that he shared.
My father takes his family as seriously as he does his profession. And one thing he'll say to others is that, well, he took us to music lessons. He went with me to piano lessons. And he'll say that the reason that he didn't win a Grammy is because he didn't practice. But, well, I think it's it's mainly the reason that I actually won. I think it really has a lot to do with him, because when I started piano, the lessons were expensive, and there was one time that I was ready to quit, basically. I thought it was too much of an expense, but my father realized that it's something that I really loved. And one of the things that he did, we went together to Europe, and he took me on a tour to all the birthplaces and monuments and tombs of these great composers, the composers that I actually played, and that changed my life. That's one reason that I went to Paris, to the Paris Conservatory, decided to get some European training. And it's been better than a dream. At home, he is the one who would do the cooking, the cleaning, and basically very, very engaged and involved in all the children activities. His support and enthusiasm meant so much to us and really molded us to who we are today.
Oh, I think Gong Gong taught me to embrace creativity, always be creative, and then that's what I teach my little kids. Yeah. To think, you know, that we don't always have to have one answer for every question, and how you don't solve a problem just one way. Gong Gong always tried to ask me, oh, how am I going to solve this problem? I couldn't figure it out, but Gong Gong always seemed to have a very strange answer that seemed to be right. I don't know how he did it.
By the time I was born, my father told me that there were no limitations on what I could do. You know, sometimes he'd be like, oh, I can't do that because I don't have any money. And he said, don't think about the money, because there's always a way. You can always find a way to do it. You know, you just have to find the options and be creative in your approach. And so growing up, if I had a dream of doing something, then I could do it. And that's what my father instilled in me. It was always like, if there's something you want, then you have to go after it, and you have to persevere and never say no. Yeah, he said, oh, there are two things that you weren't allowed to say in the house, or to him. One was, I don't know, even if you didn't know. He said, you can't say I don't know, and you can't say no. That was it.
My granddad's a terrific granddad. He's an intelligent and smart guy. I think he's really helpful when he comes to being a grandpa, and it's really nice to have him around here with me. It's been really fun having him as a grandpa.
I think he's a masterpiece. I think he's special because he's a professor, and people talk about him. They say, oh, that's the teacher that he taught me.
Gong Gong's special to me because he loves us a lot, and I like to make pictures for him. Happy birthday, and we appreciate that you're in our family. Happy birthday, Gong Gong, I love you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to Gong Gong! Happy birthday to you!
I hope all these people of the world don't misunderstanding, so that means can make peace. This is why I devoted myself from my academy of around the world 88 years. I visited 17 countries to see what difference for all the people. So this is why my devotion, I hope this is a better, in the future, a better world. This is my tradition, my family, and myself. and my children. Thank you very much.